Good afternoon, everyone. Great to have you all here. First, let me just say thanks to everybody that's already spoken, Melanie and Katie and Mylin. What a great day, and so fun for me to be here to help kick off the Move More month. First, let me also congratulate Mylin and the entire Department of Health for the Workplace Health Achievement Award that we received from the American Heart Association. I think this is setting a great example. One of the things in my short time here in the Capitol is I was just, from the very first day I came in, I mean, every day there's people walking, they're walking up and down, so it's fun, and I know there's people that get on those stairs every day and go to the 18th floor, even some of my staff, so that's really fun to see people taking advantage, even in the heart of winter, getting out and walking. I also want to thank the Health Department and Bismarck-Mandan for sponsoring this kickoff. It's important work that we're doing, and thanks for helping better the lives of people here in the metro area and statewide. I think everybody that knows me knows I'm really passionate about the whole idea of walking and walkability, because it's not only good for our personal well-being, but it's good for the overall health of our communities, our state, and our economic health. When I say economic health, I mean one of the things that's in the news every day is healthcare at the federal level. We spend $4 trillion in the U.S. on healthcare every year, $4 trillion, and that's out of a $17 trillion economy. It's estimated that $1 trillion, a quarter of what we spend on healthcare in the United States versus similar age-adjusted countries, we spend about $1/4 trillion more, just because as a nation we spend so much time in automobiles and we spend so much time sitting at our desk. So if we were designing a country that was more about walking and less about driving, we might actually save $1 trillion. Think what you could do with $1 trillion for education or all kinds of other things in our world and in our nation. So when we talk about the Main Street Initiative, one of the key things that we're trying to drive forward, it is about building cities that have got more efficient use of infrastructure, and therefore we got lower property taxes, but that also means more walkability, that means health, and it also means we've got attractive, vibrant communities that help us attract the workforce. We have 15,000 jobs open in our state, and when people are trying to make a decision where they want to move with their families, one of the things they look at, what are the activities, what can I do outdoors, what can I get engaged in, is it a healthy community? When we're competing against all other cities around the nation for workforce, part of this, we've got to build dynamic and healthy cities. One of the things that I know one of the partners is WalkScore. It's a free website. I would encourage anyone here, if you haven't gone out and checked out the WalkScore of where you work, where you live, where you hang out, go do it, because it starts giving you a sense of how we design our cities. And WalkScore doesn't mean, is it measured, is there a sidewalk there? WalkScore is based on, is there some utility? Is there some reason to walk? Can I go walk and get something done at the end of my walk, which is the way people used to walk. Now we think about walking only for exercise, and we don't have enough time to get it in, but we spend a lot of time in cars because we need to drive to the groceries, drive to pick up kids, drive to the school, drive to the Y, drive to church. We're always driving and parking. But if we can build cities where you can actually get utility done by walking, then we're going to get more walking built in. The other thing about walking that studies have shown is that when people walk, they interact with each other. There's been a study, and they call it, it's sort of, I have to come up with a better word than collisions, because that has a negative term, even if you're in the auto insurance business. But if you have neighborhoods where downtowns or innovation districts where people interact and run into each other, then you end up with more dialogue, more connections, more and better solutions. So even the idea of building, quote, research or innovation parks on the edge of a town with separate buildings surrounded by parking lots, that idea is all going away, and they're trying to shove those innovation parks in the areas where you've got, mixed use, more urban cores where people can walk and connect with each other. And I think I know when people are walking here in the Capitol during the legislative, there's a lot of very positive collisions because people are meeting each other every day right here in the Memorial Hall. So again, as we get ready to head out, it's a beautiful day out there, but I want to say it's a supremely beautiful day for walking, and I think there's no one that inspires us more to walk than our Chief Justice. He's seen walking here regularly, and I know we've got our longest serving justice and our most shortest term justice, both here with their shoes on, ready to walk. But as we close out, let's give them a round of applause too for all their great examples.